Hello, ladies and gents. Today we'll be doing a full-on battle royale of, not a battle royale, but a full-on civil war against TikTok versus YouTube. In the red side is YouTube. You can see, yes, why did I put Montana on the red team? Very obvious reasons. I'm pretty sure they banned TikTok in their country, so yeah. This is gonna be pretty interesting, even though I think this might not be realistic. I think Wyoming would, yeah. So it's basically just Cowboys versus, yeah. All right, let's get started. So first we have Mississippi, and California, who's their panhandle. Mississippi is really not doing well. They're surrounded by a lot of sides, and you know, they should probably just capitulate, and that's exactly what they did. And now Florida, sorry, and a decent amount of Florida starts to get dead. Yes, real. And pushing into Illinois and Ohio, including the Virginians, pushed in. As Pennsylvania does make a slight push into Ohio, as they are kind of being stalemated by New York, but that stalemate is kind of ruined in Vermont because yeah, they're coming. As Vermont completely dies. Um, Iowa, you're not in a good spot at all, as Missouri is starting to come into, yeah. And due to this split here, Washington, well, yeah, Washington is able to connect with the red team now, and this is pretty bad for the blue team because that was kind of their goal was to take out Washington from entering Montana, but of course that was not going to happen. And why does this Oregon thing exist? I don't know. Washington should probably have it. As Iowa does start to, you know, kind of capitulate, and South Dakota is kind of pushed in from all sides, not too shabby. And Wisconsin is going to do something very similar, as they are going to try and save themselves. Why? Because they're literally surrounded on like all sides. So that would be pretty good for it, yeah. As now they are starting to make landings in South Carolina, not South Carolina, but the Carolinas do start to fall, and especially South Carolina, as they also meet up with Virginia. Small push into Maryland is made. It's pretty big for Maryland. And due to this, Delaware is now in a stalemate with Maryland, but not Pennsylvania. As New Jersey starts to fall, yeah, that is part of New Jersey is there. As Alaska is holding off the Californians, in here, and really this could just as well lead to an um, easy victory. Well, not easy, but yeah. All right, now, why is Wyoming doing nothing? I can very much tell you why. I think there are more Texan soldiers than the population of Wyoming, and Wyoming has 500,000 troops. No, not no. Wait, no, actually, maybe Texas is not. Uh, Probably maybe like Texas would have a maybe 300,000, 400,000. It's because pretty powerful, and they got those guns. Yeah, gun real. As a stalemate is made with these three, so before the stalemate, they were able to take Long Island, Sud, and now the blue team. they're doing stuff. Yeah, you know, they really are doing stuff. They can't. Florida can't be moved at all. None of the maybe yeah. Western Virginia does kind of do a comeback. As you know, really Wisconsin isn't doing well at this point. They still have their front, and now the blue team is starting to push back in Wisconsin. This is not good. As well as Pennsylvania, as New York now starts to push in. Stalemate is still made it, and yeah, East and New York is still pushing back in the East, but this is a lot of these. This is basically all the neighbors versus California. Not California, I swear. Ohio can't do anything really. They're surrounded by two countries. And that's Kentucky and yeah. As they do push back, oh, Iowa, not completely, but they push back and they do some pushback. They make a little landing and no, they make a little push in into Montana. Oh boy, as the red team now is starting to be scared. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyways, yeah. Let's see how much time we got. As Florida, they're just not regaining their land back ever again. They might just lose their peninsula. A little panhandle, not peninsula. As this front never really changes. This is a huge front and can't really be changed at all. So yeah. Though the Dakota do manage to slightly push back. Well, in fact, they actually push back into Nebraska. I'm giving the blue team a buff. Well, I don't know if it's a buff actually, but it is something that you wouldn't expect from the blue team. All right, on to the red team now. The red team's gonna do a lot. Finally, the small landing is made in a Hawaii, which yeah, basically just leads to Hawaii surrendering because it's a pretty small island, really. And now this front's now being pushed back, which is really not good for the yeah. As now this front is also being pushed back a lot. And this is just not looking good for the red team. Or the blue team. As Illinois is having rebels again. Oh boy, what do we have here? Oh, um what where's the rebels? Doesn't I don't see any rebels. Well, soon you're gonna see some rebels appear in Chicago. Yeah, that's right, Chicago. And now they're starting to spread into uh, Indiana. Boy, this is not good for a civil war, but okay. And now that's going through Illinois right now. Really, Illinois was kind of carrying the area, not with Ohio, but now Ohio's kind of starting to have a headache. And now this is met up with because, yeah. And this means the capitulate of Maryland. It's actually really bad for them. You know why? Because, yeah, it's really bad for them. And now a bigger front is made in Maryland, and now this just Florida still has a chance, but well, not a chance at all. Unless if California is gonna land on there. So California is about to land on there, but now they're starting to retreat some troops. Why? Because there's a lot of Texans in the area, well, just a lot of